I didn't scream when the car hit me. I didn't pray either. The only thing I remember is thinking I'm late, and wondering if my son would be annoyed that I missed his call. It's strange what your mind clings to right before everything breaks. One moment, I was driving through streets I knew by heart, the kind you stop noticing because they've always been there. The next moment headlights rushed straight at me. No brakes, no warning, just metal screaming like it already knew this would change my life forever. And when I woke up, the doctor didn't ask how I was feeling. He leaned in close, lowered his voice, and whispered something I still feel in my chest to this day. Your son already decided your life could wait. Before I explain what he meant, tell me where you're watching from, city and state in the comments. I really do read them all. My name is Rose. I'm from New York. And this is the night I learned who truly valued my life, and who never really did. I had driven that road 1,000 times, same cracked pavement, same flickering streetlight near the corner, same quiet stretch where the city finally exhales. I remember adjusting the radio, thinking about leftovers in the fridge, wondering again if my son would stop by this weekend or if he'd be too busy. Then the headlights appeared. Too fast, too close, too wrong. I didn't even have time to turn the wheel. The impact felt like the world folding in on itself. Glass exploded, metal shrieked. My chest slammed forward like something invisible had grabbed me and pulled. Then nothing. No sound, no pain, just darkness so sudden, it felt intentional. When I opened my eyes, everything was white. Bright hospital lights, machines beeping slowly, like a clock reminding me I was still here. Pain came next, not sharp, not loud, deep. The kind of pain that tells you your body fought a war without asking you first. I tried to move my hand, it barely responded, heavy, distant, like it belonged to someone else. A nurse noticed. She stepped closer, her voice calm in that practiced, gentle way. Easy, Rose. You're safe, just breathe. Safe. The word felt unfamiliar, because nothing inside me felt settled. That's when the doctor leaned in again. Not rushed, not cold. He studied my face, like someone deciding whether to tell the truth, or protect me from it. Then he said quietly, your son has no idea who you really are, does he? My throat tightened. What? I tried to speak, but my voice came out thin. He didn't explain. Not yet. We'll talk when you're a little stronger, he said, and walked away. That sentence stayed. It didn't fade. It didn't soften. It pressed heavier on my chest than the injuries from the crash. Why would a doctor say that? Doctors talk about injuries, about recovery, about risks. They don't talk about your family, unless something has already gone terribly wrong. The nurse returned with water. Her hands were gentle, careful, human, and the way she looked at me, not with pity, but respect, made my throat burn. I whispered, what happened? She hesitated, just a second too long. The doctor will explain everything soon. She said everything. That word carried weight. Time stretched strangely in that room. Every time I closed my eyes, headlights. Every time I opened them, that whisper, your son has no idea who you really are. I raised him alone after his father died. Double shifts, missed meals, telling myself love meant endurance. I never once doubted that he'd come if I needed him. Not until that night when the doctor came back. He pulled the curtain halfway. Not to hide me, to protect me. He sat down beside my bed. That alone told me this wasn't routine. Rose, he said gently, while you were unconscious, we had to make a call. My fingers curled beneath the blanket. My emergency contact, I asked. He nodded. Your son. I waited. For relief, for reassurance, for he was scared, or he's on his way. Instead, the doctor inhaled slowly, and I knew. We told him your injuries were severe, he said, that surgery was urgent, that we needed consent immediately. The room felt colder. He said. The doctor paused. He said he was at his mother-in-law's party, and if you died, we should let him know later. The words didn't echo. They settled heavy, final, like a decision already made. I didn't cry. Shock is quiet like that. My body stayed still, while something inside me cracked cleanly. In that moment, I understood something permanent. Some wounds don't come from accidents. They come from learning exactly where you stand in someone else's life. I raised him believing family comes first. That night, I learned I came after convenience, and as the machines kept beeping beside me, I realized the crash hadn't just broken my body. It exposed a truth I could never unsee. In part 2, I'll tell you what the hospital staff knew about me, what my son never bothered to learn, and why that night quietly rewrote my future.